Is this a Bitcoin double top at 112K? At 112K, who could have called this? We've got some more signals today coming to you from Bitcoin. And also we're gonna look at whether Bitcoin is gonna top at this 112, 113K area or not. If you've been watching my last few episodes, been warning, Bitcoin double top 113K, right? Who could have called this, literally, right? So for people in my Discord as well, right, you can see this as well. If there's going to be a double top or big pullback to scare the weak hands before the big leg up follows, then the place to watch out will be 112, 113K area, right? There are two reasons for this, right? Pablo has been calling this for a long time now, right? In my Discord, people should not be surprised by what's happening with Bitcoin right now at all. And in, you guys watching, if you're following my videos, you should know what's happening as well. So let's have a look at where Bitcoin is at the moment and why I've been saying it would top at this area. So for example, Bitcoin, basically, it is basically a psychological point, right? The way they do these double tops in Bitcoin is that in crypto markets is that they take out the previous top just by a little bit. Even here they did it. Look at this. I pointed this out as an example. 108K. Woo, we're above 100K now. People say like, if you can close like a few times, because they all know the rules, the whales, the market makers. If you can close a few times above 100K, then it's confirmed above 100K. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 closes above 100K. Yeah, we've confirmed above 100K now. But then boom, takes it down, right? Sell, distribution. And then 180K was the top. And then let's take it to 109K. Yeah, we've created now a new leg up. No, that was not. And a big leg down. The most famous example was that everyone's talking about now is obviously the 2008, 2009 bull run. It would be the 2021 bull run. People talk about this one, but there are actually more examples than this all over Bitcoin chart. So people remember the 64K top in April 2021, and then went down to 28K. Looks like it was going to be over. Looks like where Ethereum is right now, and then massive bounce, and then new big leg up, new big bull market coming at 69K. And then that's the finish. That was the end of the bull market. I only got out in like the 50s. I only got out when this line was broken in like the mid 50s. So it caught everyone. So they love to do these things. But you can even see here, right? Even see here, they take out the old top by just a few K. Like here's the 67K top. They take it out by just a few K, and then it goes down to suck in everyone. So, but where is this another fake out? Is there another big leg up in Bitcoin? Before we answer that question, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo Jimen use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that's non-KYC. So basically that means even the exchange can't see who you are. You don't need to show your ID. That means they can't see if you're American or not. Americans can use it. That means the IRS can't see you. Tax office can't see you. CIA, FBI, nobody can see you. Just by depositing, receive up to $200 US. And just by trading, win up to 35,000 US dollars, right? And there's basically Tesla Model 3 to be won, Rolex watch, Apple Vision Pro, Sony, all these great, wonderful prizes. But remember, limited time only, ends on June 4th. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, then the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching this on any other platform, such as this one, right, basically just click on my profile page and hit the stand link right there, and should be the first thing that pops up, the Bitunix deal, only on the Pablo Jimen link. Okay, let's get back to the markets. Remember folks, only on the Pablo Jimen link. So first, what caused this dump, right? I've been saying that I'm not expecting a big pullback, like a 10% pullback, unless Trump tweets something crazy, because even now, everyone's going short, everyone's going green here, everyone's going green, we're seeing mostly green, a few reds. So I don't think this crash can go into a major crash like 15, 20% type of move. 10% would even be questionable. Like 10% from the 112K top, 10% from the 112K top would be something like 101K. Would be something like here. let's call it even 100 to 101K. I don't think we go lower than here, because if they go lower than here, the exchanges certainly don't want that. Then all these shorts going green right now, they make money. They make lots of money, and who has to pay them? The exchanges. Exchanges don't want to lose money. So who is basically causing this? I said in my Discord, I said, there's only one way this could happen, and that is if Trump does a tweet, right? There's it's in my Discord, like somewhere in that analysis. I mean, the guys in my Discord, they should know this. I literally say that, hey, if the only way this could happen is if the stock market craps out. And this is what happened to the stock market over the last few days. I was literally asking people, do we have a right? If you look at my last video, I said we're coming to this level, around the 565, 566 area, because we're gonna get a gap close here, because Bitcoin has been going up the last 3 days, whilst the stock market is going down the last 3 days. And then we have that Trump tweet, right? Boom. I think we might close this gap around, earliest is around 570, and then go up. Still got a little bit of gap left. That gap happened, by the way. This is how it happened. Basically, we had this leg down, this here, and I was expecting a pullback slightly to here and then go up from here. And then on the Saturday, the China news broke. Trump and China both caved a little, and both took a step back. So there was a trade pause, not a trade deal. Boom. We have this move up. And then this dump yesterday was caused by the Trump again tweeting and saying that, hey, look what's happening with Europe. The European Union was formed to screw us Americans, so therefore we need to put 50% tariffs on them. And the market kind of believes him and kind of doesn't. They know a deal is going to get done. So therefore the market reaction was not crazy big. So look at this. Market is going to be like pull back here. It was already pulling back before this news came out. Bit of a panic, and it actually went up. So the market is expecting same sort of deal. Trump's going to bluff, and then Trump's going to basically just make a deal with Europe. Not 50%, but something like, I don't know, 10% with a 90-day pause. It's probably going to be 10%, 15% with a 90-day pause. So again, the worst I think NASDAQ would do is around this 18,000 area. Close this gap, and then up we go again. Continue the bull run. Blow off top. I've been saying that, blow off top. So for NASDAQ, same thing. Close that gap. 570. Look, nothing's 100%. May not close that gap, and then go on the bull run. So for Bitcoin, I'm expecting something similar. That is, don't think Bitcoin get below 100K here. I think it's going to be I would be surprised with futures funding rates like this green right now, that they would let the shorts win. Probably something like this, and then up we go. So a small pullback. Like I said, if there's going to be a small pullback, they do it 112 to 113K. I've said that many times. And also overall, I'm longer-term bullish on Bitcoin. This is the chart I want to show you guys. So the orange chart is, of course, price of Bitcoin. Blue part is fear and greed index, but on a 100-day moving average. So I know we see people look at the greed and fear chart and they say, oh, extreme fear right now, extreme greed right now. But that's so erratic. It goes like this, right? So to have a better understanding of long-term Bitcoin trends, we use a 100-day moving average on it as well. So for example, when it was down here, when everyone was in extreme fear, kind of a good place to buy. Everyone over 60 in the greed area, a place to sell. Down here again in the 30s, place to buy. Up here in the 80s, almost 90, definitely a place to sell. Down here, back in the 30s, place to buy. Above 60, place to sell. Down here in the in the teens, 17, 18 area, place to buy. Gets above to like 70 area, place to sell. And then here was a place to buy, but didn't even actually go below 40. Here again, in this 70s area, place to sell. And now, see Bitcoin, this was taken like 2 days ago. Bitcoin was at 110K, and this fear and greed index is still down here. Not in the bear territory, but at like 41, 42. 41, 42 in history is like equivalent to when Bitcoin was in August 2024, when it was around 55K. It's lower than here when Bitcoin was around, I think this was around 30, this was like around 28K area before it exploded up. When was the last time Bitcoin was around here? Those were the two bottoms. That was the only two times I can think of, right? The other times, I mean, Bitcoin was here, had one more move down, but you know, this was kind of already near bottom around this area. So overall, that's just more evidence supporting my view that I think Bitcoin is going to have another leg up. So to put it in perspective, we're now, in terms of sentiment, in terms of fear and greed, at the same level as Bitcoin was during September last year when Bitcoin's around 55, 60K. And around the time when Bitcoin's just come out of the bear market at around the 25, 28K area, this area, and lower. It's actually even lower than that. And everyone is still trying to go short here. Everyone's trying to go short. Everyone's mostly trying to go short. Bitcoin is mostly short. Ethereum mostly short. The only couple of reds here is on Sui. People like Sui. Cardano, right? It's mostly shorts. Yeah. So overall, I mean, what more can I say except my warning came true once again. 12 to 13K is the area to be worried about on the chart. If they're going to do a small pullback, I kept on saying that's the area they're going to do it in. What else did I say in my Discord? It was for two reasons. I said first reason is right, massive trend line, yeah, between connecting it from 2017 top, see 2017 top, 2021 top, right? 69K 2021 top, 108, 109K top. They can all be connected by one line if we go on a natural chart, not log chart. And so again, 112, 113K is where we are right now. That's where we could have this top. So second reason is whales and market makers are tricky. They often try to suck in the retail and fake a breakout, right? By taking it just, you know, a little bit above the old all-time high, 61K to 64K double top, and then the 69K, 64K and 69K double top in 2021. Like I've spoken about this already. I've spoken a lot about this already. So I said, but if we go to 112K and futures funding are mostly neutral, then I would not expect a big pullback, right? There's no reason for exchanges to do so. So far, we've only had like a 4 or 5% pullback on Bitcoin, unless Trump does a crazy tweet, right? So if Trump does a crazy tweet, that's the only time. So that's also the Japanese bond market. Those are the two things that can cause a bigger crash. So that's what I was warning about. Anyways, okay. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you guys next time with the updates.